Squeeze Benz, the final chase.
A man from Queens is accused of committing several traffic violations in Newark. It happened along Market and Broad Streets back on April 11th.
It was only a matter
Police
of
say
time,
they
though.
attempted to stop Antonio Ginestri, but he continued driving at high speeds. After investigating the incident, police say they found several social media videos which showed Ginestri committing the same violations across the tri-state area.
The one and only Squeeze Benz has finally been arrested.
It finally happened. Squeeze Benz has been busted.
And in all seriousness, though, listen, if you drive like this, or you know somebody that drives like this, stop. If you know, like I said, if you know somebody who drives like this, tell them to stop. Don't ever do it. You're putting everybody around you and yourself at risk of getting seriously hurt, and God forbid, even killed. Honestly, it's not worth it. Like in this case, Squeeze has like no reason to drive like this. He's doing it for like content purposes. Listen, just don't do it. Be safe out there, guys.
If you have access to a phone and social media, I'm sure you're aware of the man who drifted through Times Square and the one who literally got into a crash on live stream and proceeded to drive off. If you haven't, this is Squeeze Benz, the notorious street racer and daredevil who pushed the limits of danger for online fame. Warning, this video is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. We do not condone or endorse any illegal or dangerous activities depicted in the content of this video. Always drive safe and adhere to all traffic laws. How did Squeeze Benz go from an internet daredevil to the most wanted street racer on the planet? Let's dive into his story and see how it all began. Antonio Ginestri, also known as Squeeze Benz, claims he has been driving recklessly since he was 9 years old. Initially, he drove this way without posting.
Doing this at 9 years old is that's actually crazy though. So wait, was he for real like driving this reckless since he was 9, or was he just like casually driving since he was 9? Either way, it's still bad, but like dang.
On social media, and all that changed when a friend told him how viral people have been going for posting their stunts. In January 2023, he took his fearless acts to social media, posting his first video on YouTube titled "The New Fastest Lap Around Jackie Robinson Parkway." In this video, he's seen flying down this specific road, going speeds of up to 160 miles per hour while swerving through traffic. At the time of me recording this, that video has over 200,000 views, and when you get such good feedback on a video, you're obligated to post more and more of the same content. That's how Squeeze Benz came to be. Video after video, he amassed millions of views and became more daring as he continued. Hundreds of videos of later, he transitioned from simple acts like cutting up and lap times to even more dangerous activities. Activities which include taunting police, drifting in public roads, and even participating in a hit and run on a live stream. Despite the increased danger, Squeeze Benz continued to push his luck, all in the chase of adrenaline, so he says. But the clout was definitely a driving factor as well. The question that has arisen amongst all this is, how did he manage to evade capture for so long despite posting it for millions to see? Squeeze Benz has a very straightforward but effective tactic that he uses. Starting off, he drove a Mercedes, which appears to be an S-Class, specifically the S63 model. He drove this car in his first few videos, and when he began to go on more and more police chases, he went down the route of renting supercars in order to keep his identity anonymous. He goes and rents extremely fast cars, from BMW M models to Lamborghini Uruses. He obviously doesn't let the rental company know who he is and what he would be doing with their cars. Like many other people who participate in these activities, he then alters or completely removes the license plate, making it impossible for the car to be tracked down. He claims it's extremely easy to escape as long as you don't have plates and there's a highway nearby. And it makes sense because it's gonna be next to impossible to evade a chase on regular city streets. After the chases, he then stashes his car into private garages in which he pays for until the heat dies down. Literally sounds like something straight out of a GTA game. When asked why he actively risked the lives of innocent people and civilians on public roads, Squeeze Benz says New York not having a safe spot such as a track is the reason he takes it to the streets. Participating in these activities sure may be exciting from behind the screen, but I can't stress this enough.
Alright, now either way, it's like, yeah, like, honestly, like, if they had a track over there, that would be cool and all, but it's still no excuse for you to, like, take it to, like, a highway or, like, just any public street in general to put yourself and somebody at risk of, like, getting hurt. It doesn't make any sense.
Please do not partake in anything you see in this video. These activities pose a serious risk to you and the people around you. Just one simple mistake could drastically ruin the lives of many. So
That's
please
facts.
drive safely. Squeeze Benz claims that a designated track could keep the road safe. And my problem is that what happens when the adrenaline of these tracks wear off? What happens when people get used to it? Realistically, the true daredevils would just go back to doing the same thing on the street. Part of that adrenaline rush is knowing you're doing something that is illegal. Therefore, a legal racetrack won't ever satisfy that craving for most people. If people want to commit crimes, they will find a way to do it, no matter what solutions are provided. That brings me to my question for you guys today. What would be your ideal conditions for a hypothetical escape? I'm talking, what car would you pick and exactly how would you get away? Let me know in the comments. I'm actually interested in seeing you guys' strategies. I'm sure at this point you're wondering how exactly did Squeeze Benz get caught up? Well, according to Dexerto, he was arrested after the viral hit and run clip with the popular streamer Neon. The article reads, on May 21st, the New York Police Department's Deputy Commissioner of Operations, Kaz Daughtry, published a post on X revealing that the force had successfully arrested notorious content creator Squeeze Benz. In his post, Daughtry called Benz one of the most prolific street racer in New York City, saying the internet famous Daredevil can no longer treat the Big Apple like the Indy 500, whatever that means. To anyone thinking about putting themselves and others in danger, recklessly zooming through the streets of New York City, think again. You will be arrested and your car will be seized. You will face justice, he wrote. Squeeze Benz was revealed to be a 19-year-old Antonio Gianstri, who was facing charges of eluding New York police along with other pending charges from additional law enforcement agencies. If they are successful in linking Antonio to Squeeze Benz, we can all agree that there will be a hefty amount of charges coming his way. Posting your crimes for the whole world to see isn't the brightest of ideas. It's stupid, or in the words of Bruce Rivers, it's self-snitching. A lot of people have been speculating that Neon snitched on the man, and honestly, I won't be surprised. This comment is saying,
Do you guys think Neon snitched? Let me know.
Neon ratted him out. Squeeze! Which, if you don't know, is referring to the clip of Neon scared in the car with Squeeze Benz. What do you guys think, though?
That video was
Did Neon
hilarious.
snitch? On the Instagram post made by New York, New Jersey Public Safety, some details of the arrest were mentioned. At approximately 1:16 a.m., police patrolling the area of Broad Street and Market Street observed a black BMW that traveled around their police vehicle at a high rate of speed and had no front or back license plates. The driver also made illegal turns and disregarded to stop for police even after an attempt to pull them over. The officers did not proceed with the pursuit, but completed an looting report on the vehicle. Detectives investigating this incident located several videos of Gianstri committing various traffic violations throughout the tri-state area and attempting to antagonize police. One of the videos detective discovered was the April 11th, 2024 incident in Newark involving Gianstri eluding police. That was a lot to unpack, so I'm gonna summarize it for you guys. He was seen in a black BMW doing what he typically does, but this time the police backed off and didn't chase. During their investigation, it isn't clear exactly how they did it, but they linked the videos back to Antonio and then they proceeded with an arrest. The public reaction has been mixed. Some people excited that the man has been caught, and for some odd reason, others wanting him to be free. One thing I have noticed though is that there would always be an end to these kind of activities, and in the case of Squeeze Benz, this is probably the best case scenario. He got caught, no one got hurt, and let's hope he learns his lesson. Reflecting on this whole story, it is clear that the thrill of reckless driving can bring you fame and adrenaline, but it also brings significant risks. If you're gonna take anything from this video, it's that no matter how invincible you feel, there is always going to be an end. Whether it's in a fiery crash that claims your life or something less brutal like getting locked up. Either ways, it's going to happen.
Yeah, guys, either way, don't do this. Ever. Just don't do it.